Hello, my name is Megan and this is my Untitled Chapter video. So, if you've seen my TBR, which hopefully is up, edited, ready to go, you will know that I'm going to read a chapter of each of these and then pick which one I'm going to read in the month. So the first one that I'm going to read the first chapter of is Empire of Sound by Tasha Suri. This is her debut novel. It's the first book in the Books of Amber series. It's about a girl who is performing secret magic and then gets caught. Bad things happen. Don't really know. But I really enjoyed the Jasmine Dome and I've heard excellent things about the romance in this series, so excited to give this one a go. Next I have A Declaration on the Rights of Magicians by H.G. Barry, which is about a sweeping tale of revolution and wonder in a world not quite like our own. So I think it's set during the Age of Enlightenment in France, about magicians, and it's by the author of The Unlikely Escape of Uriah Heep, which I know my friend really enjoyed, so that bodes well, and I've wanted to read this for a long time. I'm excited about this one. Next we have For the Wolf by Hannah Witton, which I didn't actually get in this haul. I'm bending the rules a bit, but I did buy the sequel, so I obviously can't pick the sequel up without reading this one. So yeah, I'm gonna read this one. So this is about a girl. The first daughter is for the throne, the second is for the wolf, so it's about a girl who gets sent to the woods to be sacrificed to the wolf. Turns out I think the wolf is this guy, and things are not what they seem. I'm very intrigued about that and I'm excited to get to it, because everything the author shares on Twitter I'm just like, give me more. Next we have The Future of Another Timeline by Annalee Newitz, which is a breathtakingly original novel from Annalee Newitz, founding editor of IO9, about the lengths we'll go to make history. Do you remember when we had the vote? In a world that's just a step away from our own, time travel is possible, but war is brewing. A secret group is trying to destroy women's rights. If they succeed, only a small elite will have the power to shape the past, present and future. Now if that doesn't make you want to rip your hair out today, I don't know what will. Maybe that one's a bit too timely. Maybe I need some distance from how terrible the world is. Also, apologies if my voice sounds like this. I don't know what's going on, but I refuse to admit that I'm getting sick the day before I go to Yelk, so we're ignoring it. The next one is The Last Smilers in the City by Luke Arnold, which is about, I think, like a private detective for supernatural people. I don't know. I'm intrigued by it. I like the cover and the fact that the author is an actor who also really likes Alex E. Harrow's writing. I mean, boy's got taste. Next we have The Wolf of Oren by K.S. Veloso. I know very little about this other than it's like the Bitch Queen, Chronicles of the Bitch Queen, so I was here for it. So they call me the Bitch Queen, the she-wolf, because I murdered a man and exiled my king the night before they crowned me. I'm a little bit scared of it, but still intrigued. Finally we have Promise of Blood by Brian Mckellen, which is I believe book one in the Powder Mage trilogy. Yeah, it's a bloody business overthrowing a king, but amid the chaos whispered rumour is spreading, a rumour of broken promise, omens of death and the gods returning to walk the earth. Surely nobody really believes these old legends, perhaps they should. So this is the order I think I will like them. So like which one I think I'll probably start down to the bottom. So I think I'll probably be starting with this one and then working my way through. We will see what the revised list is like once I've read all the chapters. I will pop in after each one to let you know my thoughts. Okay, so my thoughts on the first chapter of Empire of Sand. It was quite long. We got some good background into the world and the like magic. We got some insight into the characters, and I like the writing. I knew I was gonna like the writing. I'm intrigued by this one. This one. I'm ready to carry on to the next. Okay, the next one we have A Declaration on the Rights of Magicians. This was literally 2.5 pages. There was not a lot, but the magic really intrigued me. I am very hooked by this, and I really liked the writing as well. I feel like I should have more succinct thoughts, but like it was literally 2.5 pages. I don't know what else to say other than the writing was really good, and I'm very intrigued by the magic and where it's going to go from here. And I didn't realise there was going to be so much talk about slavery. I probably should have, with it being the Age of Enlightenment and all, but yeah, pleasantly surprised by how much I want to continue with this one. And now on to this one. Okay, I've read the first chapter For the Wolf by Hannah Witton. Again, I really liked it. Like, I've not really been in a fantasy mood recently, but reading these first chapters I'm like intrigued. So we got some good establishing relationships between parental figures, sibling figures, romance figures, friends, and some background into characters' motivations for going through with things that perhaps seem like a bad idea. And yeah, I'm really intrigued to see where this one goes. I want to meet the wolf. Okay, so I've read 3 first chapters so far. I don't know if this is my order. They were all really solid. I'll have to think about it. as I read the next one, which is The Future of Another Timeline. I finished the first chapter of this one. I'm not enamoured of it. It was fine, but nothing has hooked me, which is sad. Next, The Last Smile of Sunder City. Fingers crossed for this one. I've read the first chapter of The Last Smile in Sunder City. I don't know why I thought this would be not in a world where like high school existed, where like gyms and auditoriums and like presentations were a thing, but it is, and the atmosphere is not what I expected, but I liked the first chapter. It was fun, intriguing. It sort of planted some hints about the terrible thing that our main guy did that led him to feel guilty and only help not humans. So yeah, I enjoyed this. I am very much intrigued to see how it continues. Now onto this one. See, I've shut my window so that you don't have to listen to like the sounds of the outside, and like man, I'm getting warm. So I finished chapter 1 of The Wolf of Oren Yarrow. I feel like all of the men in this book are gonna piss me off. Literally all of them. Even the 7-year-old. I'm intrigued. It's not pulled me in massively. I'm not like super intrigued, but I'm no longer scared of it. I feel like it's gonna be interesting. But like I don't really know where the plot is going. I just know that there was some relationship drama, and that's pretty much all I've got, so we shall see what happens. But yeah, I love it. I'll probably get to this sooner now I've read chapter 1 and I'm not as scared of it. And the final book, which I'm like objectively terrified of. Let's go. Okay, so I have read the first chapter of Promise of Blood, and I'm not sure my brain took in any of it. I feel like I've just read too much fantasy back to back. I maybe should have spaced this out, but I don't really have time. But other than me not remembering anything, I do think the way that like the world building was done was interesting. Like they've mentioned things about like soothsayers and like streets that they live on and like yada yada, without like delving into too much of the like info dumpiness. So they're just kind of sprinkling in the world, which is fun. And I didn't feel like lost. It was like quite natural. Got introduced to a couple of characters and I don't remember any of their names. So, and it was like pretty easy to read. The writing wasn't difficult. It's just quite chunky, but it's nice and floppy. Like that's nice. So yeah, I'm not as scared of this one either, but again, not much really happened in the chapter and I don't think I processed any of it. So yeah, let me rank these again, figure out the book I'm going to read, and I will get back to you very soon. This is my order for how excited I am about them, so it's quite different from how it looked before. So I think I'm most intrigued about For the Wolf, which I was not expecting, but like I really want to meet the wolf. And then A Declaration on the Rights of Magicians. Like I only got the briefest glimpse of it, but the writing was excellent. Empire of Sand, we got sort of more information in this one than any of the others, and I am excited about it, but not the most excited it seems. The Last Smile in Sunder City, I am curious about whatever the coda is, and we'll go from there. And then Promise of Blood could be a fun dipping my toes into some more adult fantasy. Same with The Wolf of Oren Yarrow, except I feel like the men piss me off too much. I'm just not feeling it. And then we got into men pissing me off. We have The Future of Another Timeline, and this was just, I think, maybe too much for my brain today, with the whole men being terrible and trying to take away women's rights, and also it just not being the most engaging first chapter. So yeah, congrats to Hannah Witton and For the Wolf for winning this round. I will be reading this in July. I may change my mind and end up reading Empire of Sand, just because I will be taking this with me to Yalk tomorrow, down to London, because Tasha Suri is going to be signing at the Illumicrate booth, I believe. I may as well get Empire of Sand and Realm of Ash signed. God, my cheeks really are rosy. So yeah, that's going to be it for today. I hope you enjoyed this chapter video. I don't feel like I had any interesting thoughts on any of these, but I'm glad I've picked one of my Orbit books, and hey, maybe these will last me through August, September, October, November, December and January, because I'll try and pick one up every month, because you know, buying 20 books in like one fell swoop is a bad idea if you have no plans to read any of them soon. So I'm gonna try and be good about it. So yeah, that's everything from me today. Maybe by the time this video goes up I'll actually have read the book. Wouldn't that be a shock? But yeah, if you enjoyed this, please like, comment, subscribe. My social media will be linked down below, and I will see you in another video soon. I'm manifesting.